This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Hey photographer, Jessica Whitaker here, and in this video, I am going to give you 20 things to do to prepare for your first wedding photography gig. We have so much to cover in this video, but before we get into it, I want to thank my sponsor Squarespace for making this free photography video possible. A photo speaks 1,000 words, but a polished and professional portfolio can get us those $1,000 clients. Enter Squarespace, the all-in-one platform for websites and domains. Photographers, it's time to be done settling for slow-loading websites with tedious plugins. I trust Squarespace's all-in-one platform to keep me booked and busy. Pick from one of their dozens of contemporary drag-and-drop layouts, host your custom domain and email with them, and even conduct successful email campaigns. Everything you need to run a successful photography business under their umbrella and at your fingertips. You can head to squarespace.com to begin your free trial, and when you are ready to launch your beautiful professional website, you can go to squarespace.com/Jessica Whitaker to get 10% off of your first purchase of a website or a domain. Number one, let's start off with one of the most important things that you can do for your wedding photography, and that is having a proper lawyer-drafted wedding photography contract, as well as a cancellation clause and a rescheduling photography agreement. Where I recommend you to go for lawyer-drafted photography contracts is Contractista. You can click the link down in the description box below or head to jessicawhitaker.co/photography contracts. Investing in the proper legal documents is key to protecting yourself, your clients, and your photography business. Number two, you are going to want to have experience photographing other weddings. And how would you do that if this is your first wedding gig as the primary photographer? You would second shoot for other wedding photographers. And I have a video that walks you through how to become a second shooter, even if you have zero experience. You can check out that video on the iCard here. I'll have it linked down below. And I also have created a pitch email template that you can send out to wedding photographers to pitch yourself to be their second shooter, even if you have zero experience. There are so many benefits to second shooting weddings, but photographer, it is key that you know how to handle different situations that can come up on the wedding day and different types of wedding day timelines. That video and pitch template are linked down below. Number three, speaking of second shooter, you are going to want to have your own second shooter. In that video that I mentioned in the previous point, you can watch and learn why this is important, but the most important thing that I recommend to prepare yourself and them is to connect with them beforehand to go over everything from the wedding day timeline to setting clear expectations and answering any questions that they might have. Number four, how you can best prepare for the wedding day is to meet with the couple at least twice beforehand. Once for the initial consultation and once before the wedding. This can take place in person or over video chat. I recommend video chat as that is usually easiest for everyone, but connecting with them at least twice will help prepare you and them for what to expect. Number five, I'm actually going to be sharing this one over on my Instagram, so check out Jessica Whitaker for this tip on how to network with others during the wedding day, which can bring you more gigs. Unlock that tip over on my Instagram. Number six, make sure that you give the couple your cell phone number. You will want to get their numbers as well as the numbers for any key players on the wedding day, such as the maid of honor, the best man, the wedding coordinator. The day of the wedding, even the day before, chances are you will not be speaking directly to the couple, rather they'll be a point person. Even if you end up not using those cell numbers, make sure that you have it on deck. Before we get into number seven, I want to let you know that in my online photography workshop, I teach you in 6 hours how to start and scale a photography business in your own backyard on your schedule, regardless if you do photography full-time or part-time. I want you to be able to take your passion and make a sustainable profit with it. You can see that a lot of the tips that I'm sharing in this video are all about organization, and crafting an excellent client experience. And I want you to be the best that you can possibly be. So if you're interested in my online photography workshop, head to jessicawhitaker.co/workshop or use the link in the description box below. If you like what I'm teaching here on YouTube, you are going to love the workshop. Tip number 7, make sure that you have enough SD cards for you, your second shooter, and that you are able to shoot on 2 cards at once. Shooting on 2 cards is important so that if one corrupts or fails, you have a backup. Put the money into making sure that you have more than enough SD cards for the wedding day. I'll have my favorite SD cards linked down below. I have an option on Amazon as well as an option over on Moment, which is a great Amazon alternative for those who do not want to shop on Amazon. Number 8, also about gear, you're going to want to rent a second camera body. Even if you don't touch it through the wedding day, make sure it's set up and ready to go in case your body fails. Speaking of backups, make sure that you have a backup system already in place. This could look like having 2 hard drives and those 2 SD cards that we talked about. Make sure that you do not delete the photos off those cards until the wedding is delivered. Number 10, make sure that you have a speed light flash. I have a $30 option on Amazon. I'll have linked down below. This is what I use on my wedding days. And the reason being you need a flash is for reception photos, for dancing photos, for photos of guests. Even if you don't use the flash outside of those situations, you need to have one on hand, and the $30 flash that I recommend on Amazon does the job perfectly. I'll have it linked down below. Number 11, come prepared for yourself and for your second shooter. This looks like having water bottles, a step stool, granola bars or protein bars, nuts. I like to have Advil, Band-Aids, and an energy drink mix. I love the Liquid IV energy drink mix. They also have a hydrating electrolyte mix, and I'll put that into my water bottle and it will fuel me up. I would also recommend packing a sandwich for the drive home. Number 12, have a wedding day timeline and go over it with your couple. They might have a wedding coordinator who then would create the wedding day timeline, but that's not always the case. So check in with your couple to see if they have a coordinator or if they're expecting you to create that timeline. If you need a resource for how to create a wedding day timeline and somewhere to host it, I recommend the Unscripted Photography app. I will have that link down below as well as a coupon code to unlock that feature. You can use Jessica for $20 off the year or lifetime membership. That will get you access to those wedding planning features. Number 13, check out the location beforehand so that you have an idea of where to shoot what. Number 14, ask your clients for a checklist for family photos and any other specific photos that the couple wants throughout the day. This could look like photos with key guests. Maybe there's a specific location that they want some portraits done at the venue. Give the responsibility of this checklist to your client. In the same vein, number 15, I want you to create a shot list. Section it out from getting ready to detail shots, ceremony, reception. Really break it down, even if you don't use it on the wedding day itself, because you'll find a natural flow, especially since you will be familiar shooting weddings because you have been a second shooter. Don't forget to check out that video and grab that pitch email template to get yourself second shooting gigs, even if you have 0 experience. This is simply to give you peace of mind and to help organize out the day so that you can go in ready and confident. Number 16, have a point person who is going to know the members of the bridal party and the family and get their contact information before the wedding day. Ask your clients who that is going to be, because then that person will go and corral the family members. So if your couple wants a photo with Uncle Bob or Aunt Rebecca, you are not going to know who Uncle Bob and Aunt Rebecca is, but that point person will, and they will be able to go and grab them and bring them in for the photos. Number 17, give your couple a sneak peek the day after the wedding. I pull as many key shots as I can. I like to take something from every part of the day: getting ready, first look, ceremony, I usually like to include the first kiss at the altar and then a few portraits and some reception, maybe the big family photo. This will get your clients so excited and they have something to post on social media immediately. Now, if you can swing it, number 18 is to edit those key shots during your dinner. Present those photos in a slideshow, either on your laptop or an iPad, and it will get them so excited and so stoked. And have your second shooter take a photo of you presenting those photos to your clients, get their reaction. This is great for you to use in social media marketing later on. You can even have those images playing on a table. Make sure that you connect with the wedding coordinator beforehand to arrange where that's gonna be. Have that slideshow playing, presented to the guests. And this is the only time I would recommend doing a watermark on the photo for the guests to see who the photographer is. So they can look you up on Instagram, follow you, especially if they're interested in hiring you for their wedding photography, or they might have a referral, and guests will love that they can see your work immediately. This is delivering an amazing client experience that extends not just to your wedding clients, but to future clients who might be guests of the wedding. Don't keep the watermark though for anything else, just for the slideshow, for the sake of guests knowing your name. They can find you on Instagram. Don't actually present the sample photos with watermarks. It's not 2002. It's not necessary to watermark your wedding photos, okay? Number 19, come with business cards. Even if you don't use business cards in any other area of your business, on wedding days, you are going to want to have a few on hand. Give them to your second shooter. Communicate with the second shooter also beforehand that they're not to give their business cards, but yours. This is a great way to network with guests or with the vendors. And remember when I said there's a bonus tip over on my Instagram? Make sure that you check that out at Jessica Whitaker, because this has to do with networking. Before we get into the very last tip, be sure to hit subscribe so that you're the first to know when new free tutorials for your photography business come out. If you love the way that I teach here on YouTube, there's so much to unlock in my online photography business workshop. Head to jessicawhitaker.co/workshop to enroll. And finally, number 20, make it a point to introduce yourself and your second shooter to all of the vendors at the wedding. Connect first with the wedding coordinator, and if there is a videographer, you are going to be working with them throughout the entire day. You are the dream team together, so make sure that you connect with them first. Make sure that you exchange information with them. This is where the business cards would be coming in. It's all about networking and building relationship with local businesses and vendors in your area. This can bring in more wedding photography gigs for you. How many weddings have you photographed? Are you watching this video just to brush up? You might be curious what tips I have, or are you getting ready for your first ever wedding photography gig? Let me know in the comments down below whether you shot 9 weddings, 90, or if this is your first one. I have a bonus point for you. Number 21 is to encourage your clients to book a second day wedding photo shoot. This could happen before the wedding or after the wedding, but it's all about taking those portraits of your clients in their wedding attire, and it usually takes place at a second location. I have a video on the importance of why your clients should book a second day shoot and how to market this and bring it to your clients' attention. You can check out that video in the iCard here. I'll also have it linked down in the description box below. For daily tips, tools, and resources to grow your photography business, follow along over on Instagram at Jessica Whitaker. And if you're looking to join a kind, encouraging, and inclusive photography community where you can ask questions and share your work, receive gear, insight, and help, check out the Build and Bloom Photography group over on Facebook. It's free to join, and I would love to see you in the community. I believe in you, and I believe in your business, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.